Been able to take it out on a few flights. Man, the 1-inch sensor looks really good. I'll show some B-roll and some clips of how good it looks. That way we can share the excitement. More of a comparison between the DJI FPV drone and the DJI Air 2S. Man, DJI, they got me with their release cycles. I'm pretty sure they knew that if they released the DJI FPV drone a month ago, then released the new Air 2S with the new 1-inch sensor a month later, that people would be buying both. Yes, I bought both.
So Andrew secretly bought the newest drone when he just got the FPV drone, which is not very worth it. I would not recommend.
After having the DJI FPV drone for a while, I was finding that it just isn't as practical to bring out because it fills up the entire backpack. I mean, look at this. I mean, it looks cool and all, but you can't fold it. So it basically takes up the whole backpack along with the goggles. The goggles are nice and they're fun to use, but it just isn't as practical. These two things take up my whole backpack now. So what am I supposed to do with this? Whereas the regular DJI drones, they're able to fold and you just have to bring around one controller with no goggles. I guess a quick explanation of the drones are in order. The DJI Mavic Air 2S systems can only fly like this, as if it were a commercial plane, just cruising along. And the DJI FPV drone is more like a fighter jet that can do barrel rolls and flips and dives. I feel like a child playing with his toy. So you can do those kinds of tricks. And with the goggles, if you're flying the FPV drone, you're flying it really fast. So you want to make sure that you have that immersive experience. People have asked me, why wear the goggles? Why do you need the goggles? And the best thing that me and my friend came up with is that you can watch the movies at home on your regular TV or on your laptop or computer, but you also enjoy the experience of going to a movie theater and enjoying the movie on the bigger screen. Plus, it does make it more immersive so you can really see like what's going on, which is a really cool experience in itself. After flying the two for a bit, I have to say the DJI FPV drone is much stronger and much faster than the Mavic Air 2S. Like, I was trying to cruise around in the Air 2S like I would the DJI FPV, trying to navigate through trees, but it just isn't as powerful and doesn't move as quickly as the DJI FPV drone. So that's one win for the DJI FPV. The DJI FPV is just more fun to fly. But when it comes to being able to shoot cinematically, the Air 2S wins by a long shot. Because of the 1-inch sensor and the 3-axis gimbal, the footage is always smooth and steady. Although yesterday when I went out to fly the Air 2S, I did get some problems with the gimbal. So I'm hoping this isn't a reoccurring issue because I never had that issue with the FPV drone and my Mavic Air, the first one. It's a much smaller camera, so I guess it's not as heavy for it to stay in place. I mean, 1 out of 2 times the gimbal gave me problems and it's harder to get those cool near misses, those exhilarating shots on the Air 2S like you could in the DJI FPV. But the 1-inch sensor makes up for the lack of funness that it has. Plus, it also comes with D-Log and HLG, which the FPV drone didn't have. The FPV drone and the Mavic Air only have D-Cine-like. With the new OcuSync 3.0, it gives you further HD transmission to 12 kilometers. That's about 7 miles compared to the OcuSync 2.0, which gave you full HD to 6 miles. The main selling point of the Air 2S is the 1-inch sensor, so I'll probably be focusing mostly on that. And of course, the 5.4K and also D-Log capabilities if you want to color grade. Another highlight of the 1-inch sensor is that since it has a bigger sensor, then it's able to do better in low light. Even low light scenes are sharp and vibrant. Ever since I got into drones and started flying, ever since I got my first DJI Mavic Air, I do miss the Mavic Air case that it used to come in. But ever since I got this guy, I've been having a blast going on hikes, been just going out in general, being out in nature, and I've found that it's given me a lot more clarity. I guess normally I wouldn't have gone on that many hikes as often, but since I have a drone and I'm always so excited to film the place and see what it looks like from an aerial perspective, that I've just been going out much more. Having all these different things to keep track of has really helped with my sense of responsibility, because I can't just pack last minute now. I actually have to make a checklist and prepare everything that I need to bring, or else if I get out there, then I might not have the piece that I need to fly the drone, or my battery or SD card. If I forget one of those, I get really bummed, and I'm just tired of that bummed feeling. That's really gotten me to pay attention and actually prepare for my shoots. Another nice thing about going out on these flying drone trips, this is more of a high-level quick comparison. Overall, the Air 2S is a better filmmaking tool, and it's light and compact and easy to bring around, whereas the FPV drone is more for fun. You can get heart-racing, exhilarating shots. You also get a different experience with the FPV drone, whereas the Air 2S, you get the regular drone flying experience, but you're just always in awe as you watch the drone fly around, because you're just so impressed with the 1-inch sensor. So that's it for today's video. Hope you took something away from it. Hope it helps you get a better idea of whether you want to go for the Air 2S or the DJI FPV drone. Thanks so much for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.